शांति। सत बाप, सत्य टीचर और सत्य गुरु। अभी जानते हो ना, एक ही है जिसको सत्य कहने में आता है। बाकी तो सभी बाप, टीचर, गुरु जन्म मरण में आने वाले हैं, इसीलिए उनको सत्य नहीं कह सकते हैं। सत्य बाप, सत्य टीचर, सत्य गुरु एक ही हैं, जो सभी का, गुरुओं का गुरु, पिताओं का पिता, जिसकी महिमा सबके ऊपर की है और सबका वो एक ही है। और दुनिया भी कहती है परमात्मा एक है, ये तो सब मानेंगे। तो ये अभी अपने बुद्धि में है, वो जो एक है वो एक अपने को मिला है। नशा बैठता है कि हम किसके बने हैं, ये कौन हमारा टीचर बना है, हमको अभी कौन पढ़ा रहा है, ये पढ़ाई किसकी है। अभी उसकी स्वयं वो नशा बैठना चाहिए अच्छी तरह से। तो ऐसे बेहद बाप से अभी हम पढ़ रहे हैं, तो उसकी पढ़ाई की स्टेटस जरूर है कि ऊंची रहेंगी। तो पढ़ने वालों को कितना नशा रहना चाहिए, कितना फख्र रहना चाहिए, और उस पढ़ाई के लिए कितना पुरुषार्थ रहना चाहिए। तो ऐसे पुरुषार्थ भी होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो तो पढ़ाई चलो ना बड़ी इधर उधर, ये पढ़ाई का चांस ही अभी है, इसीलिए इस पढ़ाई का चांस अभी खोया तो मानो सदा के लिए खोया खोया रहेगा। ये चांस अभी लिया तो सदा के लिए हो जाएगा, और अभी नहीं लिया तो फिर सदा के लिए खोए खोए रहेंगे। तो खोना तो अच्छा नहीं है ना। अनेक जन्म तो दुख पाते आए हैं, और वो तो अनुभव किया। अभी जब बाप मिला है, और जिसको पुकारते आते थे, भक्ति मार्ग में पुकारते थे ना, अभी मिला है तो फिर बाप से ले लेना चाहिए। न मिला था, न आया था तो पुकारते थे, अभी आया है, बाप स्वयं कह रहा है कि बच्चे मैं आया हुआ हूँ, और अभी मेरे से क्या चाहते हो, जो चाहते हो अभी देने के लिए उपस्थित हूँ, अभी लियो।
कैसे करें हम शुक्रिया मम्मा तेरे उपकार का, प्यार देकर अर्थ समझाया है सच्चे प्यार का। कैसे करें हम शुक्रिया मम्मा तेरे उपकार का।
Be a karma yogi. The dance of happiness. Now, perform every action with happiness while dancing. When dancing physically, your whole body is exercised. You dance using different poses. In the same way, in the dance of happiness, have the poses of different actions. Sometimes perform actions with your hands, sometimes with your feet. So this is not doing work, but you are having different poses of the dance. So, to be a karma yogi means to dance with happiness in different ways.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 21. Be a karma yogi. Today's topic, the dance of happiness. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Happiness is power. Happiness is diet. And in our life, we have to be a karma yogi. There is always need to do actions. And every action is like what sense organ perform. Through the eyes, through hands, through feet, through mouth, we speak. Every organ of the body is for the action. And it's a kind of routine, but all depends on our awareness, our mental stage. So what Baba is giving us, a very good yukti. Do everything as if you are dancing. You create different poses, right? You create the pose for hands, create the pose for feet. It's like every posture and pose is different while dancing. So Baba is saying that a karma yogi should be as if dancing with joy. So how is that possible? That means when you are cooking, looking for something, you are cleaning. Not only that, but when you are giving lessons to someone, create the image of an angel or a goddess or God. Any action you can think of or whatever you do, Baba is saying that do it as a posture of a dance, as if you are dancing in happiness. So nor you will be bored, nor you will be tired, nor you will like it. But also when you are dancing, you know, many are observing. So it's very important that whatever action we do, we know that there are many who are observing and they will also perform same action. So it's a lot of attention inside. What should I do? And then we do action. But with attention, there is no tension. That means you are light, you are happy, very joyful, as if dancing, right? It's not you are standing in front of stove and you start dancing. No, with hand also. I mean, you have to cook the way you will cook. But the feelings are as if it's the lightness. So that is what is being called that do every action with happiness. So tomorrow we all will pay attention. We all will look at everything. And then, of course, we have to remain very happy. So that's what our homework is for tomorrow. We pay attention with joy, happiness, every action as a posture of the dance. As if we are singing, dancing, we are happy. Definitely this will be very useful. Om Shanti.
Each one standing in this long queue is different, but each one has the love for the one with the power of divinity. The one who is an image of divinity.
The one giving grapes to them with her loving hands is Radhe, whom everyone calls lovingly Mama. Radhe carries love in her heart, divinity in her sight, and a spiritual smile of contentment on her face. You are seeing all this, but I shall tell you what you do not see, because I am experience. The body of Mama, who was distributing fruits to around 200 children, is in great distress. You may know the difficulty of last days of one affected by cancer. But Mama's tolerance was such that no one had the slightest thought that in the next few hours, Mama is going to bid farewell to everyone. You must be wondering how Mama attained such power of divinity. Come, let us see.
Born into the Pokardas family, Radha lived in Bombay because of her father's business. She excelled in studies, singing, music, and dance. She was sharp, modern, and open-minded.
After the sudden death of her father, the 16-year-old Radhe, along with her mother and younger sister Gopi, moved to her grandparents' home in Sindh, Hyderabad. In those days, the satsang of Om Mandali was newly begun. Seeing huge change in her mother after going to Om Mandali, Radhe also reached that satsang out of curiosity. Looking at Brahma Baba, Radhe felt there was some spiritual power, and Brahma Baba instantly recognized Radhe as an heir child of God Shiva.
One day, incorporeal Supreme Soul Shiv Baba was giving his teaching through the body of Brahma.
Sweet children, you had been calling out to me, "O purifier, please come." The moment you come, we will instantly surrender to you. Children, I have now come to transform your world from Iron Age to Golden Age. My dear children, who recognize me to be incorporeal, are willing to surrender completely.
Mama was listening to the Murli very attentively. After the Murli ended, Brahma Baba said,
All of you are Shiv Shaktis. God Shiva has faith in you that you will uplift the world. But children, you have to think now about what you want to do. Do you want to raise only one family? Or do you want to become a mother of the whole world and nurture everyone? Children, think about it and give your answer tomorrow.
Saying this, Baba got up and started leaving. The whole gathering also started leaving. But Radhe was still standing there, lost in herself for a few moments. Everything became still and silent. Then Radhe spoke.
Baba,
Everyone stopped and turned back. Baba also turned back and kept giving her drishti.
Baba, from today, from this moment, I dedicate my life to Shiv Baba. Whatever he feeds me, wherever he wants me to be, I gladly accept it.
Dear child, do think it over.
Baba, I have already thought about it. Baba, I do not have money or any other form of wealth. I have only my life to offer to God. I have thought and decided, Baba, I surrender my life to God for the task of transforming the world.
Wah, Almighty Baba, Wah.
Radhe used to chant the sound of Om so powerfully that people would have visions of the incorporeal God and the new golden aged world. Everyone started calling her by the name Om Radhe. Brahma Baba created a trust of 8 sisters and surrendered all his property to it. He appointed 17-year-old Om Radhe as the head of the trust and also appointed her as the Yagya Mata to take care of the congregation of 400 people.
माँ की ममता क्या होती है, माँ तुझ में हमने देखा।
Mama, I have washed all the clothes.
First, I started calling you as Mama, then the other children, elders, and Baba too. And now, your mother also call you Mama.
Shiv Baba has appointed her as the mother of all of us, hasn't he?
A mother and a friend as well. Nirmal Shanta, come. Today you have to start the car by yourself. I will not remind you. A yogi does not need to be reminded over and over.
Mama would do every task accurately, first by herself, and then teach others. Whether it was rolling papads, driving a car, washing dishes, or giving lectures.
Can you sew a quote from this?
Mama, I don't know how to sew a coat.
Do you know how to sew shirts?
Yes, Mama.
Then what's the big deal to sew a coat? If you say no at the beginning itself, then the power of learning gets finished. Just say yes. Saying yes is the first step of your courage. And then you will see how Shri Baba will help you multi-million fold. Kunj, you were to clean the wheat grains. Is it completed?
Yes, Mama.
These grains have fallen down here.
Mama, these are just a few grains.
No, Kunj, these are not ordinary wheat grains. These are the grains from God Shiva's kitchen. Each and every grain is equal to a jewel. Love for Shiva Baba means love for Shiva Baba's Yagya. Always show respect for each paisa and each grain of the Yagya, dear Kunj.
Mama represented a beautiful balance of love and lessons. Mama took care of the Yagya like Sri Annapurna, played the veena of knowledge like Sri Saraswati, and protected the Yagya like the embodiment of power, Ma Durga.
ममता क्या होती है माँ तुझ में हमने देखा.
Hello, everyone. Warm greetings. That was such a beautiful animation of Mama. And there were so many wonderful secrets, right? So many wonderful secrets. When I first heard about Mama, you know what really stood out for me? What really stood out for me was that when Baba told Mama, "You are Radhe," Mama accepted immediately. There was no doubt in her mind. The first minute Baba told her, "You are Radhe," Mama accepted. So I was thinking how much Baba tells us, you're a deity soul, you're an angel, you know, like even a few Sundays ago, he's been telling us, you know, just like you're aware of yourself as a BK, become aware of yourself as an angel, you're actually an angel. And how long it's taking us to accept that. And for Mama, instantly, Baba said something and she instantly had faith and accepted who she was. I think that really stood out to me when I first heard this, right, 30 years ago or so, when I first heard about Mama. And the second thing that stood out to me when I first was really listening about Mama was the transformation of Mama, that she, when she was in Bombay and even later when she moved to Hyderabad, Sindh, there was that she was really into fashion, she was really into all of these things, and how she transformed herself so fast, right? From this fashionable young girl to this very simple, and I remember Dadi Chandramani telling us the story. Like they knew Mama as this fashionista, right? And then Dadi Chandramani says she came into the yagya and she saw Mama in this very plain cloth, wearing whatever white cloth, and she couldn't believe it, right? So like the transformation of that fashion conscious person to this very simple yogi, that was very inspiring. The third one that was very inspiring for me was how Mama, like, there is this picture of Mama. It's actually, there's an animation version of it was shown, where even when they are in a, they were like school children, there was a school picture and Mama was so young. She was in a school dress, all of these things. So that was in the beginning, right? And so in a couple of years, you saw Mama transform from this Kumari to this world mother. And because of her consciousness change, everything about her changed, right? Everything about her changed. And that was very fascinating for me to see how she changed, how she transformed from a Kumari to a world mother. When I was listening to this particular animation, right, the thing that was standing out to me was how much of a protector of the Yagya she was. She was such a good protector of the Yagya. Whether it was a few grains, and I remember this story of even, I think it was fresh coriander or spinach. I don't know which one, but there were these leaves, right? And the sisters were picking leaves and they were being very careless, throwing half the leaves, keeping whatever, right? And Mama came and she saw that a lot of the leaves that were being thrown out, like, you pluck the leaves and leave the stalk, but there were a lot of leaves being thrown out. She cleaned it again, right? And saved so many leaves, like that awareness that this really is God's yagya, and to really take care of the yagya and to take care of every grain of the yagya. That was very fascinating. One of the things that I've been thinking about Mama was, okay, so this particular animation movie, right? We are going to see it for the next 3 days. So this was the first part, and then another part and another part. And so one of the things that is so interesting about Mama is that she was an example. Like, she did, right? It's not like she didn't do. She did along with everything, along with everyone else, whether it's cleaning, cooking, whatever it is, she took care of it. She took care, and then was really setting as an example. That was also very inspiring about Mama. It was interesting that even Brahma Baba used to call Mama Mama, right? So imagine the maturity of that soul. Imagine the maturity of that soul. And imagine the strength and the power and the faith that soul had, right? She would have been a teenager. And imagine the maturity and the power and the strength that soul had, that she was totally taking care of all of the other people in the yagya, all of this. So Baba used to live differently, right? Because there was such a big thing going on at that time. And so Baba used to live separately in Karachi, and then there was a compound for sisters, and Mama used to take care of the sisters because there was such a big hassle about, people made such a hassle about Baba and, the mothers coming and all of those things. And so even at such a young age, she really took such good care of everyone. When I was always fascinated by Mama, but like when we came, of course, we didn't see Mama that much. We used to see Dadis. We never saw Mama because she became Yogyukt in 65. And so when what happened was, when I came into Gyan, I was a little fascinated by Mama. but I didn't really know her that well, right? Every Mama's Day, I used to hear about her. I used to do all of those things, but I didn't really know that much about her. So about 15 years ago, I think. Yeah, about 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago. About 15 years ago, what happened was I was very sick. And it was very interesting how I got sick, actually. So I got really sick. I didn't even know I was sick. And I went to the doctor and he said, oh, go give your blood test. And so I went and gave my blood test. And then at Amritvilla the next day, I gave my blood test and I forgot about the blood test. But at Amritvilla, I was sitting down and I was telling Baba, I think I'm dying. I think the body is breaking down, right? It's totally, I'm dying. The soul, I think the soul has to leave this body. I think it's time to leave the body. So that was that was the thoughts going on, right, in Amritvela. So will you believe it? At 4:15 in the morning, the lab that I gave the blood work, they called me at 4:15 in the morning. I'm talking to Baba, and they called and said, you have to go to the emergency room right now. If you don't, you will hemorrhage, right? This just severely ill. Something happened with my immune system or something. You're severely ill. You have to go to the emergency room right now. So I went to the emergency room. I got admitted in the hospital. And I was still feeling, right, I'm going to leave the body. I'm going to leave the body because it was very ill, right? I was very ill. Like it was very dangerous levels of whatever was happening was very dangerous. So that night I'm in the hospital. So I went to the emergency room and they admitted me into the hospital. And that night in the hospital, I'm thinking, I'm ready, right? I'm not afraid or anything. I'm just telling Baba, yes, I think I have to leave the body. And I was feeling it, right? I was feeling it. I was laying in the hospital bed alone, hooked up, I mean, completely hooked up with all kinds of machines, and all these very expensive drugs and steroids were being pumped into the body and all of those things. And so what happened was I'm thinking I'm leaving the body. And I saw both Mama and Baba. So at that point, what happens is like you're hyper alert because the soul is getting ready to leave the body. So you're hyper alert about everything that is going on. And so I'm watching this, and it was as clear as someone standing at the foot of the bed, right? It was like that. So I saw Mama standing at the foot of one side of the bed, and I saw Baba standing at the foot of the other side of the bed. And I just kept looking at them, and they kept giving me drishti. And then after a little bit, Baba left and Mama was just there, and almost the whole night standing there and giving the soul drishti. And I didn't think I would survive that night, but I really felt I survived that night because of Mama giving drishti. And of course, I survived that night and I'm still here. But the interesting thing was Mama's power and how powerful her drishti was and how powerfully she was holding me in this body. That was the feeling, that powerfully she was giving drishti and holding me in this body. And so what I came to realize after that is it's not just I'm special, so Mama came and gave me drishti, but all of the ancestor souls, right? They are available for us. And they will take care of us. And that is why Mama is Mama or Dadis are Dadis, but that is why Mama is Mama. Because her power of yoga, her everything was so powerful that she is able to, Baba is able to use her subtle body and able to give drishti and able to really even sustain and do seva even now for the whole family, right? It's not just me, for the whole family, that they are available, that mama is available. So anytime we have any problem, it's not just that Brahma Baba is available in the subtle region for us, but that even mama is available in the subtle region for us. So that is how powerful and wonderful mama's effort was. Because I always wondered, how come, right? Like I saw Dadi Kumarka, Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Janki, Dadi Gulzar. And there was something very special about Dadi Kumarka, Dadi Prakashmani, right? Something very magical and wonderful. I saw her and I used to think, how come, Baba, that what was so special about Mama that she got number 2 and no one else did, right? How come she got number 2 and no one else did? So imagine the kind of effort that soul must have made. Imagine the kind of effort that soul must have made. I remember one time Dadi Janki telling us that Mama was in yoga, and Dadi Janki used to tell us that Mama used to be in yoga like 18 hours a day, right? And so Mama was in yoga, and she held Mama, and there was a current coming from Mama. That's how powerful her yoga was. That's how detached she was from the body. That's how detached she was from the drama that was going on. And that's how powerful she was. Like everything Mama said, right? Like, even recently, Mohini Didi was saying how Mama's Murli, I think when she was talking to Brother Ken, she was saying that Mama's Murli is Murli, right? Like Baba's, it's a Murli, and Mama's is a Murli. It's not a class like everyone else. It's a class, but Mama's is a Murli. But because Baba gave that stamp, and so what that means is that everything that Mama speaks in the Murli is she practiced it, right? She really practiced it, and it was almost like Baba was using the soul to speak it. So how powerful, like if you notice it, I don't know if you've noticed it, but Mama's Murlis are really ahead of our time, right? Like she became Yogyukt in 1965, and Baba became Yogyukt in 1969. And of course, Mama took rebirth, and Baba is, of course, in the subtle region. But you see how after Baba became Yogyukt and the Yogyukt Murlis, how they have a certain tone and everything. But Mama's Murlis are like that, even before 1965, right? Like they're so clear and so deep. And of course, I'm not at all saying anyone can compare to Baba. Baba is the ocean of knowledge, and even Brahma Baba is amazing. Avyakt Bab-Dada, amazing knowledge they have. And the way they speak and everything is amazing. But Mama was very close. She was amazing. No wonder she was Saraswati, right? No wonder she was Saraswati. And so my takeaway from not only the this animation that we just saw is that to have faith in what Baba says right away, just like Baba told Mama, you're Radhe, and she had faith right away, that we need to have faith. Pick up any Murli, and Baba says, hey, children, you've taken 84 births, you are deities. Have faith right away that, yes, I'm a deity soul. And every minute, every day, I have to walk around thinking I'm a deity soul. And the other important thing for me now that Mama is coming is I'm thinking of all of my experiences, and if possible, I'll share a couple more in the next couple of days. But from my experience is that Mama like Baba is available for us, Mama is available for us, and to really use Mama, to use her in your everyday life, just like we use Baba, and for different reasons, right? Like different reasons. Sometimes it could be just for courage, because of her courage. Just think, okay, Mama, you had so much courage. Now I need courage. Help me with this. Mama, you had so much tolerance. I need tolerance right now. Can I invoke your tolerance right now? Right? So when I think of these things, it's not like we're not using Baba, but there were very special qualities these very special souls had, and we can use those. Acha. Om Shanti. It was wonderful being here with all of you today. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar.
Om Santi
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. Thank you, Baba. Thank
A
you, Didi.
karma
Love you, Papa.
yogi.
Love you, Didi. Om Shanti.
The dance of happiness. Now, perform every action with happiness while dancing. When dancing physically, your whole body is exercised. You dance using different poses. In the same way, in the dance of happiness, have the poses of different actions. Sometimes perform actions with your hands, sometimes with your feet. So this is not doing work, but you are having different poses of the dance. So, to be a karma yogi means to dance with happiness in different ways.
कर्म योगी बनो, खुशी का डांस, अभी हर कर्म खुशियों में नाचते गाते हुए करो। जैसे स्थूल डांस में सारे शरीर की ड्रिल हो जाती है, भिन्न भिन्न पोज से डांस करते हैं। ऐसे खुशी के डांस में भिन्न भिन्न कर्मों के पोज करो। कभी हाथ से कोई कर्म करो, कभी पाँव से, तो यह काम नहीं करते हो, लेकिन भिन्न भिन्न डांस के पोज करते हो। तो कर्मयोगी बनना अर्थात भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार की खुशी में नाचना। ओम शांति।